Hello, everyone. Welcome to Learn English podcast.
5 methods to improve your English skill. Learn English through podcast.
Hello, everyone. I'm very excited to talk to you today because what I'm about to share with you could completely change the way you learn English and maybe even change the way you see yourself as a learner. Because so many young people think learning English is difficult, boring, or only for people who live in English-speaking countries. But that's not true anymore. Not in our generation, not in the world of podcasts, apps, and digital tools. And if you are a young learner listening right now, I want you to imagine a new way of learning, a way that feels alive, exciting, and full of discovery. Because English is not just a subject at school, it's a global skill that opens doors to knowledge, to jobs, to friendships, to opportunities, and to dreams. And today I want to share with you 5 powerful methods that will help you improve your English faster than ever before. Methods that are easy to follow, fun to practice, and proven to work. And the best part is, you can do them anytime and anywhere, even while walking to class, cleaning your room, or riding your bike. Because the secrets of fluency is not how hard you study, but how often you stay connected to English, how much you listen, speak, and think in the language. And the first method that will completely change your progress is listening to English podcasts every single day. Because podcasts are like windows into real life. They give you natural conversations, real pronunciation, and authentic rhythm. And you can find podcasts for every topic you love: music, motivation, stories, science, even funny shows. And when you listen to something you enjoy, your brain learns faster because it connects emotion to sound. And the trick is to choose podcasts made for learners at your level. Maybe start with slow English or A1, A2 level content, then slowly move to faster ones. And listen actively, not just passively. That means focus on understanding, repeat sentences, imitate pronunciation, and shadow the speaker by saying the words out loud at the same time. Because this trains your mouth, your ear, and your memory together. And if you do this every day for even 15 minutes, your listening skill will explode, and you will start catching phrases and expressions naturally. And one more secret: don't worry if you don't understand everything. Your brain learns patterns before meaning, so trust the process. Keep listening, and slowly understanding will come like magic. The second method that young learners must use is thinking in English. And I know this sounds strange at first, but it's one of the fastest ways to become fluent. Because many learners translate everything in their heads from their native language, and that makes speaking slow and stressful. But when you start thinking directly in English, your brain connects ideas without translation, and you speak more naturally. And here's how you can train this skill using podcasts. After you listen to an episode, try to summarize it in your mind in English. Think about what you heard, repeat key sentences, or imagine explaining it to a friend. And even when you walk or brush your teeth, describe what you're doing in English. I'm washing my face. I'm getting ready for school. I'm listening to music. It might feel funny at first, but slowly your mind will adapt, and soon English will start to flow naturally in your thoughts. And this is what real fluency feels like. Not perfection, not grammar, but freedom to think and speak without fear. And technology helps you with this because you can use your phone's voice recorder to talk to yourself. You can use speech to text to see if the system understands your pronunciation. And you can use AI tools like ChatGPT to practice small conversations anytime, anywhere. And the more you practice thinking in English, the more confident you become. And when confidence grows, speaking becomes effortless. The third method is reading and listening at the same time, a powerful combination that multiplies your progress. Because when your eyes and ears work together, your brain absorbs words faster and remembers longer. And podcasts with transcripts are perfect for this, because you can listen to an episode while reading the script line by line, underlining new words, repeating sentences, and noticing how grammar is used naturally, not like in textbooks, but in real communication. And this is how you train your brain to recognize how English really works. And every time you meet a new word, don't just memorize it. Try to understand how it's used, what emotion it carries, what situation it fits. And soon, vocabulary becomes part of you, not just something you memorize for a test. And as you read and listen more, you'll notice your pronunciation improving automatically because your mouth follows the rhythm of the words you see. And your writing improves too because your mind remembers correct sentence structures. And I want you to imagine doing this every day, even for 20 minutes. Over weeks and months, the change will be huge. You'll start understanding native speakers faster, you'll start speaking more clearly, and you'll start feeling that English is no longer foreign. It's part of who you are. The fourth method to improve your English is using technology smartly, because we live in a world full of digital magic that past generations never had. And if you use it right, it becomes your personal English teacher available 24 hours a day. So start by downloading a good dictionary app that includes pronunciation and example sentences, because learning words without examples is like eating food without taste. And use apps like Grammarly to correct your writing and teach you grammar automatically. And when you chat with friends online, challenge yourself to text in English, not in your native language. And when you watch YouTube, watch English videos with subtitles first, then without. And when you scroll on TikTok or Instagram, follow accounts that teach English idioms, phrases, and motivation, so that every minute you spend online is an investment in your skill, not a waste of time. And the best thing about technology is you can customize your learning. If you love games, play English story games. If you love songs, read the lyrics. If you love movies, imitate the dialogue. Because the more you mix English with what you already love, the easier learning becomes. And soon you will realize that English is not just a subject at school, it's a part of your lifestyle. The fifth method, maybe the most powerful of all, is never stop practicing. Because English is a living skill, not something you learn once and forget. And the good news is, podcasts make practice effortless. You can listen anywhere, at any time, even when you're tired. And every episode you hear builds another layer of understanding. So set small goals like 1 episode a day, 5 new words a day, or 10 minutes of speaking practice. And track your progress. Celebrate small wins and be patient because language learning is not a race, it's a journey. And the more consistent you are, the better your results will be. And remember, mistakes are not failure, they are feedback. They show you where to grow. And every great English speaker started exactly where you are now, full of doubts, but full of hope. So don't give up when it feels slow, because improvement is happening quietly inside your mind. And one day you'll notice that you can understand podcasts without subtitles. You can speak with confidence. You can write clearly. And you will realize that all your effort was worth it because English will open doors you never imagined. New friends, new jobs, new dreams. And as we continue this journey together, I want you to take a deep breath and realize that improving your English is not about perfection. It's about progress, persistence, and passion. Every single time you listen to an English podcast, repeat a new word, or even make a mistake while speaking, you are growing. You might not see it immediately, but day by day, the small steps you take are building something powerful inside you, a confident, fluent version of yourself. So now, let's move deeper into the second method, something that has changed the way millions of learners around the world improve their English. And that is listening to podcasts every single day. You see, the beauty of podcasts is that they bring the English-speaking world directly into your ears. You don't need a classroom, a textbook, or a teacher beside you. All you need is your phone, your earphones, and a curious mind that's ready to learn. Podcasts give you access to natural English, the way native speakers actually talk in daily life, not just the slow, careful sentences from a school book. When you listen, you hear real pronunciation, emotion, humor, and rhythm. You start to understand not only the meaning of words, but also how they feel when spoken naturally. And the more you listen, the more your brain starts to think in English automatically, like a machine learning new data every day without realizing it. Now, I want you to imagine this. You wake up in the morning and instead of scrolling through social media, you put on your favorite English learning podcast. As you brush your teeth or get ready for school, you're already training your ears. You might not catch every word, and that's okay. Your goal is not to understand everything instantly. Your goal is to keep listening, to let the rhythm of English enter your brain. After a few weeks, you'll notice something magical. Phrases you used to skip over suddenly start making sense. You'll hear expressions like, "you know what I mean," or "at the end of the day," and you'll start using them naturally in your own sentences. This is what happens when you make English a part of your daily life instead of something you only study during class. And that's the power of podcasts. They make English your constant companion, your invisible teacher who speaks to you wherever you go. So if you're a young learner and you truly want to grow, start replacing music or entertainment time with learning time. Choose podcasts that match your level. If you're a beginner, pick slow, clear podcasts for learners. If you're more advanced, listen to real-life shows, interviews, or motivational speakers. The secret is consistency, not how long you listen, but how often. But listening alone is not enough. You must interact with what you hear. That brings us to the third method, which is shadowing and speaking practice. This method might sound strange at first, but it's one of the most effective ways to develop fluency fast. Shadowing means listening to a sentence and repeating it immediately after you hear it, copying the tone, rhythm, and pronunciation, exactly like a shadow follows your body. You can do this with podcasts, YouTube videos, or even movies. At first, it feels hard. You'll stumble, mispronounce words, maybe even feel embarrassed. But guess what? That's how every fluent speaker started. Even native speakers once struggled to form words when they were babies. They listened, repeated, and practiced every day. You are doing the same thing now, so don't be afraid of mistakes. In fact, your mistakes are proof that you are trying. You can even record your voice while shadowing and compare it to the original. Notice how your pronunciation improves week by week. That's real progress, and it's something no textbook can teach. One of the biggest fears for young learners is speaking out loud. The fear of being judged, the fear of saying something wrong. But I want you to remember something powerful. Fluency is not about speaking perfectly, it's about speaking bravely. Every time you open your mouth and try to say something in English, even if it's not perfect, you are strengthening your confidence. And confidence is what separates fluent speakers from silent learners. If you listen to successful English learners, they will all tell you the same thing. They made thousands of mistakes before they became good. They mispronounced, they forgot words, they froze in conversations, but they never gave up. They spoke anyway. Because when you speak, you activate your learning. You move English from your brain to your tongue. You make it real. So I want you to find a way to speak every day, even if no one is around. You can talk to yourself in front of a mirror, describe what you're doing, or speak to your favorite podcast host in your mind as if you're a part of the conversation. You can even join online speaking communities or language exchange groups where you can talk with people from around the world who share your goal of improving English. Remember, the world is full of learners like you, people who want to grow, who want to communicate, who want to connect. Now, let's talk about the fourth method, something that many people forget but is extremely powerful: reading and writing daily in English. You might think reading and writing are old-fashioned compared to modern technology, but they are the foundation of all language learning. Reading helps you absorb new vocabulary, sentence structures, and ideas without even realizing it. Writing helps you express those ideas clearly and logically. When you combine reading and writing with listening and speaking, you become unstoppable. Start small. Read short articles, motivational stories, or English learning blogs. Don't focus on every unknown word. Instead, try to understand the overall meaning. If you read one English story every day, you'll expose yourself to thousands of new words every month. That's how your brain starts to recognize patterns. When you see phrases repeatedly, they become part of your memory. You'll notice that after reading for a few weeks, your sentences become smoother, your thinking clearer, and your vocabulary richer. Writing, on the other hand, helps you organize your thoughts. You can keep a daily journal in English. Write about your day, your dreams, or what you learned from a podcast episode. When you write, you slow down your thinking, and that helps you process grammar naturally. Over time, you'll notice that your speaking also improves because your brain is used to forming correct English sentences. But let me tell you something even more important. Don't make reading and writing boring. Make it personal. Make it exciting. Read about things you love. If you're into football, read football news in English. If you love music, read English interviews with your favorite artists. If you're into technology, follow English tech blogs or YouTube channels. When you learn what you love, you don't get tired, you get inspired. That's what keeps you consistent. And when you write, don't worry about grammar mistakes. Focus on expressing your thoughts first. Grammar will improve naturally with time and exposure. You can use technology to help you. Apps like Grammarly can check your writing, highlight mistakes, and explain why something is wrong. That's how you learn faster. You see, today's young learners have an incredible advantage. Technology makes learning easier than ever before. You can listen to podcasts, read English books online, join live classes, talk with AI, and even get instant feedback. But remember, technology is just a tool. The real power comes from you, from your discipline, your curiosity, and your decision to never give up, even when it's hard.
Now, the fifth method, the one that ties everything together, is consistency and environment. You can have the best resources in the world, but if you only use them once in a while, your progress will be slow. Fluency is not about how fast you learn, it's about how consistent you are. Even 15 minutes a day, done every single day, is more powerful than studying for hours once a week. Create an English environment around you. Change your phone settings to English. Watch your favorite shows with English subtitles. Follow English-speaking influencers or creators. Write your to-do lists in English. Surround yourself with the language so that your brain has no choice but to adapt. You will be amazed at how quickly you start thinking in English when it becomes part of your daily life. It's just like planting a seed. You can't see the growth immediately, but if you water it every day, it will bloom. That's how your English grows, slowly, quietly, but surely. And one more thing, be patient with yourself. Learning English is not a race, it's a lifelong journey. There will be days when you feel stuck or tired, days when you think you're not improving. But I want you to remember, those are the moments that build you. When you feel like quitting, that's when you must keep going. Because success is not built on motivation, it's built on discipline. So promise yourself today that you won't stop. You'll listen every day, speak every day, read and write every day, and keep surrounding yourself with English. Do this for a few months, and you'll see results beyond your imagination. So, my friends, as we come to the end of this powerful journey, I want you to take a moment and reflect on everything we've talked about. Because the truth is, improving your English is not just about learning a language. It's about transforming your mindset, your confidence, and your future. When you decide to learn English with purpose, when you make it part of your daily life, you are not just opening a door to new words, you are opening a door to the entire world. Think about it. English is the language of opportunity, the language that connects people across cultures, countries, and dreams. Every time you listen to an English podcast, every time you repeat a sentence, every time you write a few words in your journal, you are building your bridge to the world. You are not waiting for opportunity, you are creating it. And yes, there will be days when it feels difficult, when you feel like you're not improving fast enough. But I promise you, those days matter. Those small, quiet moments when you choose to keep going even when no one is watching, that's where real growth happens. Fluency is not built in one night. It's built in thousands of small moments of courage, consistency, and belief. Remember the 5 methods we talked about. They are not just steps, they are a lifestyle. The first one, surrounding yourself with English and immersing your mind in the language, that's how you reprogram your brain. The second one, listening to podcasts daily, teaches your ears to recognize real English, real pronunciation, and emotion. The third one, shadowing and speaking practice, turns that knowledge into confidence, transforming your silence into speech. The fourth one, reading and writing daily, builds your foundation, helping you express your thoughts clearly and creatively. And the fifth one, consistency and environment, ties everything together, turning English from something you study into something you live. These 5 methods are simple but powerful, and if you apply them every day, your results will be extraordinary. You will start to see yourself differently, not as a student of English, but as a communicator, a connector, someone who can use language to express ideas, to inspire others, to create change. And that's the real purpose of learning English, not to memorize grammar rules, but to open your voice to the world. So, young learners, I want you to make a promise today, a promise to yourself that you will never stop learning, never stop growing, and never stop believing in your potential. The world you dream of, the opportunities you want, the people you want to meet, they are all waiting for you on the other side of your effort. Every time you listen to a podcast, every time you speak a new sentence, every time you push yourself just a little bit more, you are getting closer. Don't compare yourself to others. Your journey is unique. Some people learn fast, some slow. What matters is that you keep moving forward. English is not just a language. It's a mindset, a discipline, a way of thinking that pushes you to explore more, understand more, and connect more. When you choose to learn English through podcasts, technology, and daily practice, you are not only improving your language skills, you are training your brain to be curious, adaptable, and unstoppable. And that's what success is built on. And maybe right now you feel small. Maybe your accent is strong. Maybe your vocabulary is limited. Maybe you're afraid to speak. But listen carefully. Every fluent speaker you admire once felt the same way. They were nervous, they made mistakes, they doubted themselves, but they didn't stop. They listened again, spoke again, tried again, until one day they realized that they could speak freely, confidently, and naturally. That day will come for you too, but only if you stay consistent. Don't wait for motivation, create it. Don't wait for perfect time, make time. Don't wait for someone to teach you, become your own teacher. Every tool you need is already in your hands. Podcasts, videos, apps, books, AI chat partners, and most importantly, your desire to grow. The internet has made the world your classroom. You can learn from anywhere, anytime. So use it. Use every resource you have. Make learning English a game, a challenge, an adventure. Celebrate small wins when you understand a new podcast, when you use a new phrase, when you read a paragraph without translating. Those are victories. Those are signs of progress. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize that your effort paid off. You'll be able to watch movies without subtitles, express your ideas clearly, and even inspire others who are just starting their journey. You'll become an example of what's possible when someone refuses to give up. Because English is not just about words. It's about your story, your growth, your courage to keep going even when it's hard. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. And I want you to remember, no one becomes fluent overnight. Even the greatest speakers in the world started with small, shaky sentences. So don't judge your beginning. Respect it. Because your beginning is your foundation. And every single day that you listen, speak, read, write, and live in English, you are becoming stronger. So my message to you, young learner, is simple. Be patient, be passionate, and be persistent. Use technology wisely. Listen to English concasts daily. Speak even when you're scared. Read what you love, write what you feel, and never let a single day pass without learning something new. Make English part of your identity, not just your subject. The more you live it, the more natural it becomes. The world is full of possibilities, and English is the key that unlocks them. So don't stop now. Keep going, keep listening, keep practicing, and keep believing, because the future belongs to those who are brave enough to keep learning even when it's difficult. You are not just learning English, you are preparing for a bigger, brighter future. And one day you will look back and say, I did it. I made it. I became fluent, confident, and ready for the world.
So keep moving forward. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're proud. Because every single word you learn today is building the success story you'll tell tomorrow. Your journey starts now. So go out there, listen, speak, read, write, and live English every day. The world is waiting to hear your voice.